Hi, this is Justin. I'm 37. I'm from Arizona. This is Financial Audit.
All right. So thanks for coming into town from Arizona. What do you do out there for a living?
I'm in logistics and I sell stuff online.
Sell stuff online. What are you selling online?
Whatever makes profit.
Is that your logistics or is there a separate logistics job?
Well, my stuff is really confusing because I sell online. I've been doing that since 2004.
What are you selling?
Whatever sells.
Right, you already said that.
Yeah. So but then because prior to all this, I was a regional manager for a marketing firm, but then I got laid off in December of 18. So I've been focusing on my logistics. So I do DoorDash and whatnot, but I do it full time.
So that's logistics is doing DoorDash.
DoorDash, Roadie.
Roadie, what's Roadie?
It's like a app like DoorDash, but it's UPS. It's a same day UPS partner.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool. How much money are we making on average on a monthly basis across all these?
Minimum $1,200 a week.
Okay, minimum.
So
what do we think is average though?
So the busy time is Q4. So
when's busy time? Oh, Q4. I thought you said 2-4. So how much are you bringing in the busy time?
The busy time's anywhere between $7,000 to $8,000.
Woo, a month.
Yeah. And then the summertime is kind of the dog days of summer. So it drops it down to what's been the average of like 5,000, 5,500.
You make money.
Yeah, I make money.
Why do you not have a place to live?
I have no clue.
That doesn't make sense. No, why do you not have a place to live?
So I think I've settled into this lifestyle and I don't like it.
You don't like the lifestyle that you
No, but I lost a lot of stuff with some personal issues and I've just been I focus on my kids and myself, and that's it.
Kids?
Yeah, but then my kids are 17 and 14.
Where are they?
With their mom, full time.
Okay. Are you near them?
Oh, yeah, that's why I stay in Arizona. But
so you see them often?
Yeah, but for the last 3 years, I've been living a nomad life, bouncing between California and Nevada and
by
Arizona.
Choice?
Sort of by choice. I had opportunities. I had an apartment where I was paying $1,000 a month, and I went the whole lease. But then when I went to go renew, they wanted to bump it up to $1,600 a month.
Okay, but you make, even though I don't like that, that sucks. That's definitely disappointing. You make a minimum $1,200 a week.
That's the thing. I'm always on the go, and that's why I think I just need.
Well, do you want a place to live?
I do, but I got to figure out what I want to do. The relationship that failed sent me in a spiral. So
divorce?
No, it wasn't a divorce. It was just because if you want to break it down, I've been in this weird pattern for 8 years now. So I wasn't always like this prior to.
I don't even know what this is.
I don't even know what this is. So.
What started 8 years ago?
So I was selling full time on Amazon, and then I was bringing in money. I had perfect credit score. I had no debt. 2 cars paid for. Ooh. And then
things have changed.
And then the live-in girlfriend that I was with, she kept on insisting, go back to a job, and I'm like, I like my reselling. Everybody,
you were making money.
Yeah, that's the thing. Growing up, I started reselling when I turned 18. So I got really good at it, and then people were like, "Oh, that's not a real job." So, I got pressured into going back into work. I got a traditional job. I was a regional manager of a marketing firm.
That sounds great, though.
But I wasn't happy. I enjoyed because with my resale business, I was bringing in gross close to $300K a year. So when it took a lot of pride to just drop my pride and joy to fulfill a need. I don't know, but that fell through in 2015. But see, I owned a condo like I owned a condo.
Really? Okay.
And like, so
what happened to this condo?
So like I bought it in 2009 and I was living in it. And then when I met the female, she enticed me to move in. Female. When I moved in with her, she because she was like, well, babe, why don't you just rent it out? And I'm like, it needs a lot of renovations because I bought it really cheap. And so long story short, I moved in with her, and then like, because I was I was a full-time dad and the kids were with me. Yeah. But then the mom came in and she needed a place to live, so I was renting it out to her.
That gets messy. Yeah.
Yeah, it was. Yeah. So, and then when me and the girl, we had our fallout in May of 2015, I didn't have a place to live. And nobody would rent to me because my debt to income ratio was off.
Why the f*** was your debt? You went from zero debt to...
No, because I still own the condo.
That was the only debt?
Yeah. And
how much was the condo? What was the debt on the condo?
$36,000. It wasn't much. But
that's not mathing.
No, it was. But at the same time, I was only making what I was working from the job.
Well, yeah, but that sounded like a regional manager of a marketing agency. Sounds like
$83,000.
What? And how much was owed total? What was the minimum monthly? Or what was it?
$650 was the total amount due. Yeah, but that was in 2015. So like I signed over the house to the kid's mom and her boyfriend, and then like
why?
And then I was renting a room with my friend for 4 years.
You gave it away?
Basically,
so it's completely under her name?
Yeah.
You have no ownership claim to it anymore?
No.
For $0? Or she just took over the loan?
They took it over. Yeah, it was like it's something with Chase.
Loan that, by the way, with what you told me before the show started.
Yeah,
you made this last year. I could have gotten you to pay it off within a year.
Yeah, that was one of my first bad decisions.
Yes.
And then another bad decision was when because I was living with my friend. It was supposed to be short term, but it lasted 3 years. And then I met this other girl, and we were going to move in together and start the life. And I got laid off in December of 2018, and that's when I started doing the deliveries and stuff. So I just don't. And then last year, I just got burnt out from doing deliveries all day.
Sure.
And then being in my car all day is just mind-boggling, just crazy. So I found myself going to the casino a lot.
Oh.
But it wasn't a habit of where I was spending my own money. It was I was winning a lot of money. A lot of money, and then not utilizing that money properly.
Where'd it go?
I don't know. Probably back into the machines. And
okay, so then in the end, did you actually win money?
No,
it went back into. Okay,
no, but I still probably owe on it on taxes. So
probably you don't know.
I haven't paid my. I haven't done my taxes in 2 years,
buddy.
Because I filed in 2020 and it was rejected because the AGI was wrong. And it took about a year to get into my IRS account. So
first of all, you make enough to live somewhere. I mean, it's as easy as that. You said you made over 6 figures last year. You said before the episode. What was the actual number you made last year?
127.
Okay.
Gross.
So yeah, you can live somewhere. Congratulations. Congratulations, number 2. You can also afford a CPA to do the taxes for you.
Yeah. I just get so lost with life.
No. Because no. This is yes, lost with life. I get that, and that's where doing your own taxes can be confusing. But this is where you're like, please let me give you money for you to deal with this. They will request documents. And they'll help you find things that you find. But that's them doing the confusing part of life.
Yeah,
that's you taking a step to just ask for help. saving that money. I love when my money is making more money, and the SoFi high yield savings account I use has 4.6% interest on that money. It's the savings account I personally use for my tax money that I set aside and other money that I just want to be building while it's just sitting there. And you can get bonuses by signing up all the way up to $250 by using my affiliate link in the description below. And it's not just because they're my affiliate. I personally use them. They're great. I've had a great experience with them so far. And I only recommend those who I like working with and who I like using. So if you have money sitting in savings, have that money make some more money and use that high yield savings account. Link in the description below. 4.6%. And bonuses all the way up to $250. That's not you having to deal with it all yourself.
Yeah, because it just seems kind of overwhelming for me because up until then everything was fine, and then I haven't filed it since 2020, so I got to get caught up with that. And
if there's anyone I don't with, it's the IRS.
Yeah, and then I lost track of all my documents pertaining to taxes, so the whole write-offs is going to be an issue. So everything, that aspect is something that I have to deal with.
Dude, I've been through your finances. This is a massive stack, and we're going to have a conversation. We're going to go through things. But the first thing I need you to do when you leave this place is you're going to call, in the town that you go back to, you're going to call up a local CPA there that has good reviews.
Okay.
And that's the first thing you're going to do. Yeah. We don't around with the IRS. We don't around with taxes.
Yeah.
I don't want to around with your future. You shouldn't either.
Yeah.
All right. So this Afterpay, you were telling me you use it like a credit card.
Yeah. So I have a $1,400 limit that.
So you're basically at the limit almost.
It's like a revolving limit. And the only reason it's that high is because for the 3 months that I was in California, my fuel bill was $1,500 in
Why are you in California?
Because that's another situation. I went to go stay with my uncle.
Why?
And then we got in an accident, and then I was out of commission for a week.
Stay with the uncle to have a place to be?
Yeah. So that was the fresh start. I moved out to California, and then we had a car accident, and then it was so.
You were insured?
Yeah, but that's not the issue. It's just
he didn't like that an accident happened?
The gambling, it was a real bad influence with the gambling.
He's a gambler?
We would go to casino a lot. And
okay, so I don't know what the car accident had to do with that then.
Well, because that's one of the reasons why we had a fallout, is because when I went out there, because I've been renting a car, and because I had a car, I had 2 cars recently. My whole situation is messed up. So
okay, we're getting through it.
I had a Mazda CX-5 that I was financing, and I was almost done with the payments. But then on my way back to California, or back to Arizona, the belt broke, and I drove 50 miles without the belt. So that caused catastrophic engine issues.
I assume, as you did not have a place to live, you've never had an emergency fund.
Not recently, no. But I had enough to cover the repairs on that. But the repairs, I guess, because I paid $3,000 to get it repaired. I paid $3,000 to have it repaired.
Sure.
And then a week later, I was up in Flagstaff, Arizona, and it broke down on me again. Mm-hmm. And the place that I went to repair it, they're like, "Oh, it's a new issue. It's not tied to," I'm like, so that's where I made the bad judgment of getting the Nissan Sentra.
Getting into a different debt, even though the previous debt wasn't paid off.
Yeah, and it was a last minute, super bad decision. And
when was this?
That was in August of 2019 or 2021.
Okay.
So,
so the affirms you again.
So the Afterpay is mainly because how I'm paid, I'm paid daily. So since I don't have nothing saved up, and since I'm paying $475 a week for this vehicle to use,
a week.
Yeah.
A week? $475 a week?
Yeah, but it's all inclusive. So
what does that even mean? Does it come with a spa?
It includes the insurance. It includes maintenance, wear, and whatnot. So
unlimited up to anything and everything.
Well, I just got an email saying that starting November 1st, it caps my miles at 200 a day, which is not going to work.
How many miles do you drive a day? Do you know?
Oh, I drive a lot. I'm averaging like 9,000 a month.
Straight up. First of all, so straight up going into this, but again, would I be able to get you to, if I got you in the town with the kids and their mom, if I got you to get in there, and if I got you just a job, if we just got you a job, would you be okay, or do you need to drive? Do you need to be this pedal to the metal?
That's where I don't know. I thought about going to the job, but
to be clear, therapy needs to be a part of this conversation.
Yeah,
it's like obvious. It's beyond obvious.
Yeah,
right?
I thought about going back to a job, but since I've been out of like a traditional work for 5 years, I don't think like it would be hard to transition back into work. I think because like I'm not very disciplined with time.
Yeah. What about like working on that?
I've been
as easy as that it sounds, or as easy as I make that sound versus reality. Like, I mean, there is the point where it's like, okay, you're not happy with your life now. We know what potential alternatives are to be better. And you're like, okay, but there's difficulties doing that because of just, either my mentality or whatever.
Yeah.
So these are just things that as an adult, we're just like, okay, let's find ways to deal with it. If we're bad at time management, we work on time management skills on a repetitive basis to get better and better and better. Now, if there's a lot of mental health things covering it, that is a different story, and that's where we go seek mental health help to then help us with that situation. But if it's strictly like, because I've been free-ranged on the road forever, and now, it would be hard to switch. Well, let's just grow up.
Yeah. No, that makes sense, and I've been thinking about it, and like I just like I literally have nothing right now. So like I'm literally living day by day, and I hate it because I've never been like this. But for the last like 3 years, I've been spiraling down this weird jacked up where I'm making money, but like
within the last month, and it's hard to tell exactly sometimes with the shops whether they're taquitos or gas, but we calculated about $3,000, also known as 49.9% of your spending, went to transportation. I.e., we could get you a $2,000 nice apartment, and it would still be less than what you're doing now.
Yeah.
So, there's the answer. That's the answer.
Yeah.
To what you just said, where you're like, I'm spending money every day, and I have no money left over. It's math. I've never seen this chart be transportation like that before. That's just not how it is.
Yeah, it's not pretty. I'm not happy with it.
No. But can we get you into a job then?
I've applied.
Okay, how does that go?
The interview went well, but then I got the email of death saying, "Oh, thank you for applying." So
that's how it goes. And that's when you go and apply to 100 more.
Yeah.
Did you go and apply to 100 more?
No, because I'm kind of limited. Right. I don't want to say limited mindset because, like, I've only had 2 jobs in my life.
Yeah, sure.
Like, I was with the marketing merchandising company on and off for 14 years, and prior to that, I worked at Goodwill back. But then, like, the resale business and my driving, that's all in between.
The resale sounds like you're actually quite skilled at it. The driving also sounds like you find a way to make it work. Well, kind of not as mathematically, but it just sounds like it's not with the lifestyle you want. Again, there's nothing wrong with a job at Goodwill. What if we get you a job at Goodwill and you're also doing reselling on the side? Like, if that mathematically works for you, what's wrong with that?
Nothing's wrong with that. I've been looking into possibly exiting this lifestyle.
You have to. You said you hate it.
Yeah, I hate it.
It's not a choice anymore.
It's mentally draining. That's why, like.
Then why is it looking into the answers? You know,
because
the answers.
I don't know where to go. Because like I literally like I drive.
Sure, you're not making. I don't want to put it on you, but are you sure you're not just like making excuses or justifications?
I think it is excuses, like because
like.
it's like I want to make this work, but mathematically and logically it's not working. And like I'm having a hard time getting the grasp that this isn't mathing anymore. Like I don't think it was mathing at all.
If you want to make something make that math hit 1 million subscribers by hitting subscribe. We're trying to get there. Thank you to everyone who has subscribed so far. Thank you for subscribing, by the way, and then thanks for being here and putting your situation on display for everyone.
Yeah.
So, I mean, food is $700.
Yeah.
$700, 12% of your spending.
Yeah.
12% of your spending that could be going towards paying off the debt or giving you a place to live. These are choices you are making. And that's why I'm a little afraid that it's more excuses than not. Because the solutions, I mean, you know the solutions. Everyone out there knows the solutions. They're basic. And, you said you've been watching the show for a month and a half. I mean, you know it's okay. We get a day job, which doesn't have to be a luxurious, glamorous job. It can be, being a clerk at a grocery store.
Yeah.
But just something where you're not driving everywhere and being forced to spend $3,000 a month just for your basic living place, which is what you're in now. Your lifestyle and method that you don't even like is, even though you bring in a decent amount of money, it costs way more than just in a basic lifestyle, dude.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I'm a little afraid and skeptical going into this because that's pretty basic. Like you already know that.
Yeah.
Okay. So Afterpay again, and we started with this, but we didn't get anywhere. You use this like a credit card because you just get paid daily, but you just borrow and it's either way. What are we doing? Well, of course, instead of having a place to live, we get taquitos, yard milkshake, very expensive milkshakes. I mean, they're good, but $40 there.
So about
like
that, it's not an
milkshake.
excuse, but me and my kids, we went to a Phoenix Suns open house, and like they wanted to charge me $30 to park, but then like the milkshake place validated, so I figured for $9 extra, just get the milkshake and then free parking.
Or the kid's dad has a place to live. I choose that one personally.
Yeah.
And we're getting taquitos and taquitos and taquitos and taquitos and taquitos. And I'm not very surprised that you're stopping and getting the snacks and the hot dogs and the drinks or whatever from the grocery store. Or from the gas stations. That's not confusing. That's the life you live. But it's way too expensive of a lifestyle to live.
Yeah.
Especially when you hate it. H Mart, you probably ate in there. I doubt you got groceries.
No, I got my kids. I get my kids essentials, so I got their groceries from there because they like Asian food.
Do you owe? Why do I blank on words? I'm such a
we won't talk about that. But no.
Oh,
that's the mutual because that's
mutual agreement. Okay, that's fine.
But that also is a part of one of my debts because one of my car repos from previous, because I was providing a vehicle like as a support, and then like when I got laid off in 2018, I wasn't able to pay my car and her car, so I had to let that car go.
Taquitos. And honestly, some of this I don't even know what's gas and taquitos. Usually we do the cheaper one. Now it looks like you live in a lot of hotels too.
So like I do the hotels when I have my kids, obviously, because
that makes sense. Well, how often do you have your kids?
I try to on the weekends.
Okay, again, just this weekend right there, $222.
Yeah,
it could be a quarter of what your rent could be.
Yeah,
it's a weekend.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, this is you know this though. You know this. That's why I'm still skeptical of this conversation. Taquitos, hotels. So, and that's on Afterpay, which can interest you right up the butt.
Zero interest.
Zero interest until you miss payments and stuff.
I
right?
never miss a payment.
So you pay off the whole balance all the time.
All the time.
Okay.
And then this one only has a.
Yeah, I don't even know what this is. I've never heard of this.
It's called ZipPay.
This is ZipPay.
I mainly use this one to pay the weekly car payment because I pay it in advance.
Oh gosh! So you like borrow $46 to make a little payment, then Or no.
No, yeah.
You borrow the car payment, which is already borrowed.
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
Yeah.
End me now.
Yeah. And then
End me. This is me.
And then this, I only keep the Capital One open mainly because when I go to hotels and whatnot, you have to have a credit card, or if I rent a car, you need a credit card.
That's fine, but pay off the balance.
Yeah.
Dude, the $40 went to milkshakes.
Yeah.
That's almost double what you put towards this card, which is accruing interest. You owe only $392, which isn't insignificant. Made $120 or $140 last year, so pay this. And the minimum monthly payment is $25. You're right. You don't miss minimum monthly payments. Good job. $11 of interest was accrued. Yeah. It's ridiculous. It makes no sense. And it's a 32.24% interest. Nothing you're going to do is going to beat that. Nothing you're going to do is going to beat that, so just pay it off. Why does this have a balance? Why does this possibly have a balance?
So, like, I paid it off, and then something came up, and...
You're not a credit card person, so no, guess what? You're not a credit card person. If you're going to use a credit card, use the Fizz card, but guess what? Because it at least acts like a debit card, but if you need... So, we have a credit card because we need it for the hotels. And because we have the credit card because we need it for the hotels, we're not a credit card person, so we're always bringing up the balance and we're losing interest on it. You're paying interest so that you can have access to hotels. Guess what? You shouldn't even be doing the hotel thing anyway because you already know that's too expensive. It's a bad way to live. You're not doing it right. You don't need to be going to hotels because we're going to get you in an apartment.
Yeah.
Rent a house. Rent a room. Airbnb, dude. Even that Airbnb on a monthly basis is much more affordable than the way you're doing this.
Yeah, I was doing the Airbnb long term like 2 years ago, and then the lady was like, "Oh, we're gonna run out short term."
And
now.
then
I'm like,
"Congratulations, we find another one."
Yeah.
Instead of being a nomad, which by the way comes out to like $6,000 a month. Nomading, it's an expensive nomad.
Yeah, it's a very expensive way to live.
So this is, what is this? What is this?
This is the car.
You're overdue. You're making money, and it's overdue by $161.62.
Oh, that's because I was incurred a cleaning fee on the last one. Because
how often do you rent a car?
So
is
I've
the car you pulled up with a rental?
Yeah, that's a rental. So it's a 28-day cycle, and I've been doing it for about a year now.
No, and how much does it cost a week?
The bottom end is like $350.
Oh.
This current one I'm in is $384 or $484.
Stop it.
The only bright side...
There's no bright side. Stop bright side. Bright side. There's no bright side.
The only bright side...
Dude, you're doing this to yourself.
The only bright side is tax write-off. So when I do eventually get caught up on my taxes, it helps with the...
Tax write-off. You haven't paid taxes. You haven't even filed taxes for 2 years. Tax write-off. Tax write-off. There's... Oh, please don't try to justify anything right now.
I'm not trying to justify. I'm just like...
Okay, then don't say that. I feel like, and why I'm kind of losing myself right now, I fear for you so much. This just screams terror. And with the things you're saying so far, and just not even accepting basic realities, it's like you don't even give a shit. Like the fact that I care more than you do, that's gonna ruin me. You've like destroyed my week.
Yeah, like Like I said, last year I was on a weird trance. I want to say it was a trance because like I was working and then being this nomad life, like being in the car, I found myself going to casino and then like...
You don't live a nomad life. You live a no money life.
No money, nothing. Like
you make money. It just all goes out based on the lifestyle you're choosing to live.
Yeah.
Overdue cleaning fee. Crazy. Is that all the debt you have? Is that credit card?
Like debt that is current.
It is debt that you owe.
Oh, I have credit. So I have. I think I was hacked because like, and I filed with the FAA or whatever the credit like place. Because I have some stuff that's on my credit report that's I don't take ownership but don't know anything about. There's like it's 2 student loans.
Is that on all 3 bureaus being reported?
Yeah, there's 2 student loans that I know nothing about, and auto loan from Miami, Florida.
Are we sure with the relationships you've had in the past, no one's using your credit?
Well, this address is from Miami. So.
Have you locked your credit?
So no, but so that's my situation. Like, about a year ago, my kids got me a wallet, and then like I lost the wallet. So like I haven't had no physical cards for over a year because I haven't had an address to send my cards to.
It's not just that. You called up and canceled them immediately.
No, I didn't. I just was living off the grace that because like
the grace. What grace?
Because like how DoorDash and all these other apps that I get my money from, if I update my payment.
Did you know you were supposed to call them and be like, yo, I lost it?
Yeah, but I was more thinking in the line of like
know these things,
the complicated process with
complicated
like, the DoorDash and the work, because there's a 2-week hold if I change my payment.
Wouldn't that have saved you more money than people potentially doing, spending the money and then never calling them and saying they spent the money?
Noticed nothing came from my accounts, but because like,
did you lock your credit?
No, I haven't.
Why?
Because like just didn't think of it.
You're afraid of just making a singular phone call, man.
I think I'm afraid of everything right now.
You know the consequences. The consequences that have happened are much more to be afraid of than the actual small little things you should have done along the way. The things you're actually dealing with right now are truly fearful. I would be terrified. I am terrified.
Yeah.
The little things you had to do are nothing, man. Buddy. It's first, there's a lot of first things you got to do, and you got to, I need you to, it's hard to say, and I am certainly not going to diagnose, but I need you to sit down with a mental health expert at this point, because if you just refuse to even make a phone call and say, hey, my credit card's lost, or open up an app and say it, it's like the easiest thing in the world. I've lost a couple credit cards. I open an app, I push a button, and it's done.
Yeah.
The fact that you couldn't do that is like, it's a screaming red flag in the brain, which isn't like a sickness or anything. Like, I'm not saying that.
Yeah.
That's nothing to be ashamed of, but I need you to get help immediately. So this isn't the remaining, 47 years of your life or whatever.
Yeah.
Okay. And meeting with the CPA immediately. And applying to any and every job that makes anything I don't give a shit. And getting an apartment immediately. So, you have Credit Karma on your phone by chance?
Yeah.
Can you please pull it up for me?
You want Credit Karma or Experian?
Credit Karma. Oh, man. I need you. As we continue this conversation, I need you to realize how important your life is. You are a human being, just like me, just like my 2 employees over there, just like anyone that's watching. You are an employee, you're not an employee. You are a human. You have value. You deserve a good life. You're throwing yours down the drain with the choices you've made.
Yeah.
I need you to know that you matter. Please care about yourself. Please, it's not selfish for you to just want to have a decent life. That's not selfish. 531, you're right. And that might be, it's going to be difficult without a full-time job. This is why Airbnb might be the more route for you right now, because it's going to be difficult through traditional places to get into an apartment. It actually went up from 517, but trust me, 539, it's not that much. Payment history, 98%. We can't. Derogatory marks, 7%. Or 7. That's gonna take that takes a very long time to fall off your account, my friend. Credit age is only 2 years and 9 months. You're a decade older than I am.
I think that's wrong because I've had this Capital One account and this card since 2015.
Right.
So
15 accounts. I only see one is what you gave me. Unless we count that Afterpay. Why is there 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 things in collections?
I don't know. So like I could account for like 4 of them, but the other ones I don't know where those.
What?
Like I don't know what those LV.
I hate to say this, but I don't trust you.
I don't know what those LV fundings are.
Yeah, but I mean that's just the name of the company it's been sold to. The original creditor was the 12 First Access Bank of Missouri.
Yeah, I don't know what that is.
But the way you've been going about this, it screams to me that any potential loan or credit that has popped up in their past you just took. So it wouldn't be surprising if you took something without knowing the name of the bank.
Yeah.
Right?
Probably.
Maybe. So the Department of Ed, you just don't know.
I don't know what that is. I called about that. They said it was University of Phoenix, and I have no clue what that is. And then the CAG is the Mazda.
Weren't student loans from the University of Phoenix forgiven?
I don't know, but
I'll look that up afterwards, but I could be wrong on that. Chime. And then, so the car, why didn't you give me the car loan? So we owe $12,632 still?
Yeah, on the Mazda.
Of which is where again?
That one broke in catastrophic damage. So, and then the Nissan
broke how so?
Like the engine and transmission was needed replaced.
And the other one?
The Nissan is not on that one.
Why?
Because it's on. I only see it on Experian.
Yeah. It's a 48-month term. Opened 2 years ago. So we're halfway through ish. What's the minimum monthly payment on this?
It was like $348.
What's was or is?
Was.
This is done? This is gone?
No, it's not. But that's the debt remaining after they sold it.
Okay, so what's the minimum monthly payment on this?
It would be $348.
Okay. What's the interest rate?
I don't know what it is when it's sold. It was 7.3% when I got it. Because I made sure I got it with it because it was only a 4-year term. And I put 20% down and I kept the payment low.
Yeah, and this was repossessed. Was the other one repossessed as well?
Yeah, it was voluntary because like I was so underwater and nobody would. I guess you would say I had just a mental breakdown, I guess.
Okay. Yes. Okay. Well, first of all, I'm so sorry you dealt with that.
I spray painted the car.
Okay. Well, fantastic. I'm so sorry that happened. I'm happy that you told me because that immediately screams, okay, even more therapy, because you are going through things. Because you haven't necessarily said anything specific mental health related, just things that could tie us back to, okay, this could be mental health. That very clear. So it's like, okay, yeah. Yeah.
So like I was lied to by the car dealership. They said pay a year payment and come back. We'll get you on something that because I didn't want the Sentra. I don't know
if I trust you.
I didn't want the Sentra, but I needed something ASAP. And like they're like, come back in a year. So I paid the payments, and then like I came back, and then they like did this whole thing where they put me in a new car, and I had the new car for like, I want to say like close to 50 days. And then they're like, oh, Justin, we couldn't get you approved. We need to bring back in the car. So I did that. And then they gave me the car back, and I just wasn't happy with it. And then like nobody wanted to refinance it because it was so upside. And like I was doing an order at Home Depot one day, and I just went and bought some spray paint and spray painted it. And it was basically just like pissed off with the situation that I got myself into.
It happened. It's in the past.
Yeah.
You owe $4,200 in collections. and I think you probably owe $4,200 in collections. I don't, just because you don't recognize it. Student loans, okay. Are you sure you didn't accidentally maybe apply? I don't know. Well, they said university fix. I don't know. I would definitely contact the credit bureaus, all 3 credit bureaus. That involves you making a phone call, an email.
So I called the University of Phoenix and they're like, well, what's your password? I'm like, I don't know, because I don't take ownership of it. And they're like, oh, you need to come in with your photo ID. And I
would go in with your photo ID.
Well, I just barely got my, because like I said, for the last year, I had no physical cards, and
You've been driving illegally.
No, Arizona, we have a digital ID.
Okay. They wouldn't accept the digital at University of Phoenix? Okay.
Like a lot of places don't recognize it.
But you have a physical now?
Yeah, I have a physical one now.
Okay. Then yes, that's also first to do on your list. You have 10 first to do's. Another first to do, lock your credit immediately. Yeah. This other car, what do you owe on it?
That's on Experian. No, I got another phone.
What? You can't afford what? You don't have a place, but you have 2 phones?
It's a business. One's for business, one's personal.
What? You don't need that. I have 1 phone. I have a business.
Yeah, but I do logistics, and I do multiple apps at a time. It bogs down 1 phone. Plus, yeah.
You, sir, going to be the death of me. I love you.
Let me.
You harm me.
Let me log, because the debt sheet that I sent you, it was from Experian. That's why Experian is different than Credit Karma.
I did put that at the bottom. Oh, we still haven't even. There's still so many pages left in this statement. Well, it was nice to see. He was watching one of our videos at the time while taking a screenshot of this. Look at that. Okay, so we have. Okay, I can do the math by doing the difference for the auto loans. So $27,572. What's your minimum monthly payment on that one?
On the
other Nissan car,
no. It was $663.
What is it now?
I don't know, because it was sold. But since
when
it was sold 6 months ago, but it was only sold for
Have you not been making payments?
No, because when they took it, I stopped making payments on it. And then because it was painted, that's why it didn't sell for as much as it would have.
Experian says he has 14,296 in collections.
Yeah, that's everything. I don't know what is going on. So with Experian, it shows the 2 cars, and then the car that I was doing for the kid's mom. So so
it's still on your credit.
Yeah, it's still on my credit. So the Exeter is the Nissan, and then this is the Mazda, and then this is the car that I was getting from my kid's mom.
I've never, for my own mental health, have wanted to end an episode before, but I'm this close to this because I feel very overwhelmed right now. But you deserve. I'm gonna see what we can get together by the end. But it involves you actually doing just the basic you already knew to just get started, and then going anything beyond there. I fear that you just wouldn't do it. Step number 1, therapy, my dude.
Yeah.
So we have $1.48.
So this account is mainly has my Grubhub income and my Uber income, but I was deactivated on Uber, so I don't get that much money into this account anymore.
Deactivated on Uber? Why?
Because I transferred from California back to Arizona, and there was an issue with the documents, and they said because I rent a car, so I don't have access to the documents. So it was just a real long story.
Forgot about the rent-a-cars.
Yeah.
Okay.
So this account is.
Wait, what was the minimum monthly payment on Nissan or whatever?
$663. It was a
dude. You're spending twice that on renting a car.
Yeah,
So we probably could have made the payments.
No, I was more frustrated with because they wouldn't refinance or wouldn't get me into a new vehicle. Plus, the Nissan Sentra is not a very big vehicle.
We don't allow our anger to destroy our lives.
I did, and it's really brutal.
Therapy. Withdraw $25 is rejected. Cash app out money.
So a lot of
to yourself, I think.
Yeah.
ATM withdrawal $162. Who knows where that went? We got some taquitos. We got some Taco Bell, because that's what we need right now to survive when we don't even have a place to live. Oh, ATM withdrawal $222. Who knows where that went? And taquitos. And more cash and app out to yourself. Okay, now Chime, the disaster account, the account that took me like 1,000 years to go through.
Yeah.
Why, buddy? Why the is all your money just going to nothing? Just going to nothing. Your life matters. I feel like I'm being hard on you, but I'm also kind of losing my mind right now, to be completely honest. This is very overwhelming. Okay. Taquitos. Taquitos, Del Taco Taquitos, Michael Stores, El Pollo Loco Taquitos, Flying J. What's Flying J? That pops up a lot.
It's a truck stop.
Okay.
It's that's where I use that to get gasoline mainly and to shower and yeah.
Afterpay, Quad Pay. Is Quad Pay another one?
No, it's Zip Pay. It's Zip Pay.
Okay, Zip Pay, Afterpay, Carl's Jr., Taquitos, Skater Bros, which pops up all the time, by the way, McDonald's, Farmer Boys, County Line. Is that like County Line Barbecue?
I don't know how much was it?
I don't know. It was $1.20. Probably went and got a drink. So Taquitos and Taco Bell and Taquitos. And Popeyes, and Afterpay, and Zip Pay, and Afterpay, Zip Pay. That's money coming in from DoorDash. Thank goodness. Taquitos, Afterpay, Jack in the Box, Handmade Scott's, Panda Express, chai, tea, coffee. Exactly what we need when we can't even get a place to live.
That was my son.
Great. I think he would want his dad a place to live.
Yeah.
Afterpay, Zip, Taquitos, Arby's, Taquitos, Zip, Afterpay, Taquitos, Afterpay. You making me say all that? Afterpay. Yeah, that's your life. That's what you're choosing to do. In and out. I mean, at least eat a real burger. That's just disgusting.
Hey, In and Out is the best value. I tried.
You're right.
Whataburger.
For value, well, yeah, Whataburger's also. But for value, you're right. You do get diarrhea in a bun. That is true. Zip, Taquitos, Zip, Afterpay, Chick-fil-A, Taquitos, Del Taco, Food City, we got some taquitos there, and taquitos, and Zip, Afterpay, Circle K, which we got some taquitos at $2.60, taquitos, KFC, two hands, taquitos, Afterpay, Zip, blending the moves, Panda Express, taquitos, Arby's, taquitos, Vons.
That's grocery store.
Okay, well, you got $3.46 there, so I doubt it's a necessity.
I eat a lot of apples and ginger.
All right. Oh, DBA Savvy, Zip, BDH, Zip, Afterpay, DBA. Sprouts is it's an expensive place to go when we're again not having a place to live, when we could just be going to a cheaper place. And Afterpay, Carl's Jr., Taquitos, Afterpay, Taquitos, Zip, Sonic, Jay and Sandeep, Taquitos, Wendy's. My God, this doesn't end. And this is you every second of your life. This is like 10 purchases a day of bullshit. Zip. Jack in the Box. Afterpay. You kidding me? Whataburger. The DeCio Chandler. Taquitos. Taquitos, Chipotle, Afterpay, Chick-fil-A, Dutch Bros, Taquitos, Zip, Afterpay, Zip, Afterpay, Afterpay. You're doing that. Taquitos and Arby's and Skater Bro and Afterpay. Buddy, what was this? $188.65 at Quinto.
Oh,
Quinto
that's the one rare occasion that I paid it out of my checking account instead of the Zip Pay. It's for the car.
Taquitos, In-N-Out, Vaughn's, Del Taco, Taquitos, Afterpay. Are you guys sick of this? I'm sick of it. Afterpay, Taquitos and Zip and Whataburger, Afterpay, Golden Spoon, Taquitos, Afterpay, Zip, Taquitos, Afterpay, Zip, Afterpay, Taquitos. I'd be embarrassed. God. Zip, Afterpay, Taquitos, and Taco Bell. That's what you're choosing to do. That's your life. I just went through a month of your life. How many of that was a day? The different transportation, a lot of it is shopping and getting taquitos as well, is $3,000, 49.9% of your income. Necessary food, as in grocery stores, is only $133. And that was 2.2%. 11.6%, also known as $692, was food, going out to eat. Unknown shopping. Let's see what the unknown shopping was from. Yes, that's a 99-cent store. Dazio and Walmart. That was 2.2% of your spending. Medical healthcare was only 0.5. Subscriptions was only 0.3. But miscellaneous, that brings us up with a bunch of the gas station taquitos and the yard and eBay and Five Below, blending the moves. That was 5.6% of our income, or $333.56. Other large purchases, Expedia. What happened with Expedia?
No, it was just a hotel for.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
ATM withdraw, and then the car thing, which was just more car. So, $23.4%, or $1,400. That's what your month looks like. And guess what? How much actually went towards paying off the debt? 0.04% of your money. 0.04% of your money. That is also known as a choice. What you chose to do.
Yeah. Because I feel I'm in such a cycle with this car rental thing, because I make my money currently doing.
You do. You're right. You're in a cycle. Sorry, I know I interrupted you. You're in a cycle. It's because that's brutally expensive and you're making money. That's why I need you to go back to Arizona immediately. What's your relationship with baby mama?
What do you mean?
Can you stay in a bed for a month?
No. Yeah.
Airbnb for a month, dude. Airbnb. It's going to be cheaper anyway. Airbnb for a month. Return that car immediately.
Well, yeah, because I just got an email.
Can you return the car, or are you contracted through till the end?
No, I could return it. I have to return it in Garden Grove, California, but because that's where I got it from. But I got an email today that they're capping the mileage anyway, so I'm already paying.
Good. Maybe they're forcing you to take the steps that you already wanted to take, but you've refused to take thus far.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm not going to lay out a budget to get out of this. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't. There are critical things that need to happen to you first. Critical before you even consider budgeting, that's how just scary and sad the situation is. Number one, you return the car, you go back, you stay at an Airbnb for a month while you try to find other places to live. You're applying to apartments. You're trying to, first of all, sorry. Okay, so number one, return the car. Return car and get 1 month Airbnb. Okay? That's step number one. Step number two, what are we doing that first month? Any job. You're working at In-N-Out. You're working at a coffee shop. Any job. I don't care. It's not your dream job. I don't care. We're getting a job so you can show an apartment complex that you have a job. job, any job, two jobs, and then do the reselling that you do because you're obviously successful at that. Yeah. You're good at that. Do that on the side. But let's also just have a job, proof of income for a paycheck or two. Number 3, maybe the Airbnb is a quarter, okay? So maybe it's like 3 months. But number 3, we're apartment hunting. If we cannot get into an apartment,
okay,
because of the credit score and because of all the missed payments and collections and stuff like that, then we're doing more long-term rentals with the Airbnb. We can also explain if it's like at a smaller complex, a smaller landlord. Like, for example, I own a few rental properties. I'm willing to work with people on a people by person basis. I'm not a massive company who has you apply and there's an automatic denial or acceptance.
Yeah.
We really work our butt off to try to get us into a place, essentially. Always easier said than done, but work your butt off. By the way, while step 1, 2, and 3 is all happening, you're sitting down with the CPA in that town. You're talking about taxes.
Yeah.
You're having that conversation.
To go.
Yeah, list. No to go. It's now. So that's step 0. CPA. That's happening during that entire time. And it's going to be a fight, dude. And something with, you bring in income. There's an IRS thing that Joseph, our friend, where you declare hardship. You've obviously had hardship in terms of jobs and lays off. And, financially, I mean, you might be able to do some kind of hardship with the IRS. I don't know. You still make money, though. So it's the hard part.
I don't know even.
I'm going to send it to you.
How much I'll owe because I have
Exactly. You're sending down to the CPA. The CPA is going to help you with all that anyway. They're the pros. And then also, okay, so there's a couple so obviously step number 1, you're returning the car, getting a 1 month to 3 month Airbnb. Number 2, you're getting the job. Number 3, you're applying to all the apartments. You're having conversations with smaller landlords too if you can't get into any of the larger places. During that entire time, the most important things, working with the CPA, and you're starting therapy immediately. That's what's happening during those 3 steps. Once you get in that apartment, we can start finding and applying to jobs that we like more. I want you to be more stable in terms of just your position in society, having a place to live instead of commuting everywhere. For you credit card nerds out there, just like me, I have a credit card that I really want to talk about. It is the Rocket Card. This is perfect for you if you are about to go buy a house. The cash back on this card can be converted into 5% cash back for your down payment and closing costs. It can also be converted as 2% cash back when it comes to your mortgage payments. It's absolutely incredible. It's a game changer, and the next time I take out a mortgage, I'm personally going to use this. Check out the affiliate link in the description below. I highly recommend it. From there, we try to find a better job. We're making minimum monthly payments on debt. When you have your better job, let's get you a 1 to 2 month emergency fund, and then let's start paying off these debts. Let's pay off the collections as well. Let's try to boost that credit score, and then let's get you a car. If you're going to get a car, I'd like you to get a $10,000 car in cash. This is unfortunately probably a couple years down the road. If you borrow a car, I can walk you through the steps with that as well, but I'd rather you obviously get a car in cash. And I know with your income skills and work skills, you can do that as long as we curb your expenses. But during this time, you're not eating out anymore. You're not having you're not taquitoing. You're not having to rent a car. You're not. In order to get to your job, you're probably staying in a place where you can bike 15 minutes to get to the coffee shop. You're going to be a little more tired. Sucks. Oops. But congratulations. We're actually getting momentum in life.
Yeah.
Money's actually going places it needs to go. We're getting out of debt. And at that point, I'll work with you on a budget. We'll get you out of the debt. Where I need you to go first, sit down with the CPA, take care of your mental health, return that car, get an Airbnb, hunt for starter beginner jobs, any job that you can land immediately, and then we're searching for other jobs along the way. Get an apartment, and then search for those jobs that you would rather do on a daily basis. You talked about you don't like the time stuff, and discipline and everything like that. We can find funky jobs. There's funky jobs out there, man. Our job's funky here. Yeah. Our job's funky here. We do have things that, yes, you got to show up for a video shoot, but we have weird hours. There's things where it's like, okay, complete the task on your own. I'm not going to just sit over and are you working on this right now? You can find jobs where it can fit your thing. You're going to have to search and fight for them. Yeah. You are.
Yeah, but that's what I was talking about. I don't want to say I'm limited, but since I've only had 2 jobs ever in my life, Like I was in merchandising, so I know merchandising by the back of my hand, and I did Goodwill, but that was back in like 2005, 2004.
Yeah.
So like, I don't have like
Talking about the resume?
my resume is blank. Like they're like.
Trust me, there's ways to embellish, and what you should never do and what no one should ever do is fill up the gap of their resume by saying their job that they worked at was longer than they actually worked at. You should never do that.
Yeah.
Never. Don't do that. Ever.
Yeah. So, like I have skills, but like my people skills are like, so I don't know how I would transition into.
Well, I think mental health can help with that.
To transition into just traditional employment.
I agree. I do agree. And that's why we're starting baseline with mental health.
Yeah.
Bring that up. Bring it up. When we work on the people skills. Yeah, I've enjoyed the conversation with you. I know it's been majority me talking. It's usually majority me talking.
Yeah.
But I haven't pictured anything like, this dude's weird. What the f***? Let's get him out of here. It hasn't been how it is. You seem like just a normal dude.
Yeah.
Who's made bad choices, but a normal
really
dude.
Bad choices. Like,
that's okay. We all have. I was dumb as 10 years ago, and I've made endless amount of mistakes. If someone's going to hold me to the standards of what I did then instead of who I am now, that's they're stupid.
Yeah.
I'm not holding you to the standards of what you've done. I'm going to hold you to the standards of what you're going to do leaving here.
Yeah.
That's who you are.
Well, one of the worst decisions was last year in my little, I guess I was afterburned, like just burn out. Just,
you know what? Actually, one second. Before you say that, I'm going to say this. I don't give a. It doesn't matter. It happened. Don't bring it up. It doesn't matter. It's in the past. You learned from it. Let's move on now. Let's move on. I don't even want to know it. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I don't even want to know it. Not because, I mean, honestly, as a fan who likes a little
involves CPA.
As a fan of a little bit of gossip, I would enjoy hearing it probably, but guess what? It's not being productive for you. You already learned the mistake, the CPA, whatever happened. Cool. Now go do it right. You know what's right.
Yeah.
Also, lock your credit immediately. Okay. Get in contact with the University of Phoenix. Get in contact with the credit bureaus about the different things, what you recognize, what you don't recognize. Make sure you're okay. Those are the things you have to do, but those are the basic beginner blocks. We can't even talk about budgeting. We can't even talk about an emergency fund. We can't even talk about income. You just need to do the basics, man, to get your life to a point of survival, because you're not there now. And you matter way too much as a fellow human being, way too much not to take these steps. Your life matters. Take control of it, please, for the first time in your life. Please. If not for you, for your kids.
Yeah. Yeah.
Any questions about all I just said? I know I laid out a bunch.
No, I'm taking it all in. I'm taking it all in. And like, I have a lot of work to do. And like, just opening it up and like, this is the stepping stone that, like, because I've ran with no guidance. Like, I don't have any family or anything. It's just me and my kids. So like, been just out rogue, I guess you would say.
When it comes to guidance and it comes to family, we're your family now. Just everyone support them in the comment section. We're going to add you to a private Discord, and this is going to be the most important part for you probably. Private Discord of everyone else who's been on the show. You post your fails, you post your wins, you give your updates, you ask your questions, and everyone helps each other to get to the point where you're living a better life, where you don't have bad debt, where you're able to contribute to your retirement, you're able to live the life you want. We're going to get you with that. And then also, and this is usually stuff we say after the episode, but just because we're on the topic, we're helping you all along the way. You want resources, you want questions answered, you want anything, be in our inbox 24/7. Might take us a couple days to respond because we get a billion emails, but that's okay. Yeah. We are going to respond. We want to help you where we can. Then anything you want to just keep us updated on as well, you just let us know. We are fully yours. Fully yours. You're not alone anymore. So use us. Use this opportunity to change your life.
Okay. And that's why I was nervous to come on this and open it up, but I've been holding back so long and probably lying to myself about my situation, because yeah, it was a hot mess. But now I know like a plan of action that I could take, because like I've been like running a million miles and not getting nowhere. Like I make decent money.
You've been driving 1 million miles.
Oh yeah, I'm up to like 84,000 this year.
These are your basic building blocks. Let's just start with these steps. And you're right to be nervous of coming on this show. I'm a screamer. I'd be nervous.
Yeah.
I'd call you wild, crazy if you were not nervous to be on here.
Yeah.
Because I lose my mind on this side of the table. So, but I think this, hopefully, I hope this was a productive conversation for you, because there's good things that can happen in your life. There's a good life to be had if you're willing to actually take the steps now. You have failed to take the steps, basic steps that you know you had to take. Yeah. That has already happened. Learn from them. Now take the steps.
Yeah.
I look forward to seeing your updates. I look forward to having you back on. And I know everyone else will, but do you have any final questions? Any final thoughts?
No. Thank you for inviting me on.
Thanks for being here. I mean, it's as simple as the Hammer Financial scores 0 out of 10. We know it. So make sure to check out all the resources linked in the description below. They are what I use or would use in specific situations. If you want to be in an episode of Financial Audit and you're able to make it down to Austin, Texas, fill out the survey in the description below.